We no afraid, we no see no one where we afraid of. We no afraid, we no see no one where we afraid of. Yeah, this is Everton Blender. And it's all about the young police from Jamaica, seeing Young Police Channel. Big up yourself, Everton Blender said that. We no afraid, we no see no one where we afraid of.
Yes, welcome to the Jamaica Young Police Channel. To our loyal viewers and subscribers, at the channel we are a group of law-abiding citizens who believe in the rule of law and respect the rights of every citizen, but not the ones who do not subscribe to such behavior. We do believe in and support preemptive strikes because it saves lives. That is a logical conclusion because preemptive strikes save lives and prevent the further loss of lives. We are all about saving lives on this channel. We at this channel aid criminals, their financiers, their supporters, enablers, and the likes with a passion, and we do not want them over here. Yes, let us repeat ourselves. We do not want any criminal supporters over here. Please, we do not want your views, your subscriptions, your likes, or your comments. Please go elsewhere where the red carpet is waiting for you. Over here, we want you, the criminal supporters, enablers, financiers, and all the likes, to go to prison or madness. Let me repeat myself. We at the Jamaica Young Police Channel, we do not want the criminal supporters and their circle over here. We want you to go to prison or madden. Moving on to our video. Yeah. LCD, you're looking at a man. Your man is a Jamaican and he goes by the name Javon Pinnock. And you know Javon Pinnock, he's wanted for the murder of Javon Jamison, aka Blingers. And you know Blingers was a Jamaican in the United States of America, law-abiding citizen who believed in the rule of law, and he wasn't doing anything illegal or inappropriate in America. And this man, because he feel like he can do anything and get away with it, killed this young man. So now that he's wanted, we want you, wherever you see him, please call 119, let the police know that he's wanted in New York, in Queens, for the murder of this young man. And so that they can extradite him, or if he put up any form of resistance, they can send him to departure alone. That would be justice. So we're appealing, we're begging you, please use your conscience, decency, ethics, and your humanity. Yes, we are a human family. We over at the Jamaica Young Police Channel say informer for live and gunman for dead. And we say that without no apologies. So moving on to today's. Yeah, so as we said to you before, and we say again, every time we do a video, always look at your LCD, whether it's on your phone, your computer, your TV, or your desktop. So looking at a man now, his name is George Spence, aka Feathermap. Yeah man, Feathermap. Those of you who never know, that's why the PNP do not like this channel, because we at the Jamaica Young Police Channel, what we do? We educate people with facts. The root cause of the problems that we have in Jamaica when they come on to Dan, or era leaders, or what you want to call them. So this is a man, his name is George Spence. His father was an inspector of police, born and raised in my community where I was born. This is a man, my parents, both parents knew them, other family members. People who are from Jonestown and Concrete Jungle knew this man, Feathermap and Borough Boy. They'll be silent about it. They won't tell you about the atrocities that this man committed in the name of the PNP LGBTQ plus criminal organization. And Michael Manley put him on a pedestal as if he was a deity, until him disrespect Michael Manley. Michael Manley, the first prime minister in the history of Jamaica until this day, who took two known criminals, Borough Boy and Feathermap, to Cuba on official government business. So make that latch in your brain. The PNP, is the first political or first government to ever take criminals and government business overseas. Michael Manley did that. The PNP is the first government to give a most wanted man, Donovan Bulby Bennett, a $400 million government contract. So you're looking at another one now. His name is Clifton Blake, AC Burry Boy, from my community of Jonestown where I was born and raised. As I said to you guys before, give me the book and not the gun. So everything, they say after every action there's a reaction. We at the Jamaica Young Police Channel, we don't tell you things for views. We tell you things because we want to educate you so you can think. If you love criminality, you love the killing, especially people from my community, you're right. Or if you want your son for why not in Batty, as Mark Gummy Beer goal and tell them, hey, that's right at the PMP LGBTQ plus criminal organization. Because them not believe in a God, you know. Yeah, them not believe in a God. I just saw it work. So we're going to tell you now, how the damn business starts in Jamaica. Oh, we, in 2025, we can get rid of it. And you'll be shocked because at any idea you're going to find out who will never ever subscribe to such thing because that they are the ones that started it. Why do you think Peter Bunting I denounce and I condemn the police them? Because you see the man where the police them kill, that man, the murderer, where the police them kill, just remember, you know, this is a man who is there, and guess what? His job, yeah man, the murderer, his job, guess what? Is to maintain the status quo by using terrorism against the people within the community. Yes, so them can coerce them. Yeah man, and his name is Richard Thomas, a 23-year-old man who has killed 9 people already. And when the police went for him and have to defend themselves, yeah, them say a lie. The police them tell him never have no gun. Which gunman you know in Jamaica have no gun? Really? Them have to say police them make gun game. Police them make gun. Gun a privilege. You know say all people all walk and find a gun a bust up at Jamaica like a snow. I want to talk say. So I will say to you before I will say again, we are telling you now a way how we can stop this damn business in Jamaica, but we have to really give you some context on the problem that changed Jamaica. Michael Manley and the rise of criminality. And we could have Bexton in a bus. Edward Seaga, yeah, to all of my PMP LGBTQ plus criminal organization supporters, voters, activists, and as you know, I remember the Patreon squad say the PMP them are not comrade anymore, them are dumb red. So me ask them why. Them say yeah, cause them dumb, them can't think. Even when you give them facts, them ignore it. Just like how them say them burn Timan and them are run behind them party. Same way. Where I tell them say, hey, why not your body? And take it like a woman. So them not believe in anything. Anything when them parties say, I hit them roll with. So that's why the people them say, these are not comrades, they are dumbreads. Dumbreads, yeah, new name for comrades, dumbreads. Because them can't think. So Jamaica's trajectory took a dark turn in the 1970s. A period that marked the beginning of a profound societal and cultural shift. At the center of this transformation was a man named Michael Manley. Born in London, England, Michael Manley born in St. Andrew, Jamaica. Don't make them fool you. Just like Mark Gummy Beer Golden. In the born in Jamaica. Michael Manley, at the time he was the Prime Minister. And in my view, one of the most detrimental figures in the nation's history. I don't care who want to vex or who want to please. I'm not here to make people, to massage people ego. I'm just here to tell you the truth. As I said before and I'll say again, I'd rather to live in a hut, in a peace and security, than to live in a mansion like a damn prisoner. Give me the book and not the gun. Michael Manley gave all of my friends them who grew up the gun, and only 12 of us left. Only one sick and die, and that's Kellyan. So if that is not a wake-up call for those of you who live in a Jonestown and Concrete Jungle, any other PMP LGBTQ plus criminal organization community, don't take cues from what I am saying. Well, hey, if you believe say you can defy the odds, or if you say yeah, you are going to live longer than George Pang, you have another guest coming. Thickman was 42. He lived 17 years past in prime. The reason why George Pang is still alive Men like Liquor 13 and Spranger is because them never buck the system. Them never disrespect them MP or disrespect the police. Them never make them ego, the inflated ego, get the better of them. Them cunning and live like a silver fox. So Michael Manley policies and rhetoric gave birth to a phenomenon that has since become a defining characteristic of Jamaica, the glorification of criminality and the rise of political violence. So my mantra, yeah man, born in the belly of the beast. As a man born and raised in Jonestown, Kingston 12, I have witnessed firsthand the devastation caused by this cultural shift. Jonestown, often referred to by me as the belly of the beast, was the community where criminality, once in its infancy like a baby, today the baby has grown into a grandparent, birthing generations of killers and criminals who are celebrated rather than condemned. This transformation didn't happen overnight. It was engineered and nurtured by those in power, starting with Michael Manley. Anybody will tell us that Michael Manley is our best leader, tell them say I, Chris Porter, is telling them it's because them love killing and them love them licky and beggy and them socialistic and lazy and don't like work. Give me the book and not the gun. If Michael Manley had continued on the same trajectory as when he got Jamaica in 1972, would be a crime-free society as Singapore. Singapore as model. The blueprint that Edward Seaga has written for Jamaica. Lee Kuan Yew visit Jamaica and took the same blueprint and turned Singapore in our first world country, whilst we still in a criminal's paradise that Michael Manley has left us, and the legacy of Michael Manley lives on. Now we are at the crossroads where you have one party who openly celebrate criminals, and you see it at the PMP LGBTQ plus party conference last year September with convicted murderers, drug dealers, rear admiral, killers, everything where you can name. It's a party of PR criminals. So if you want a criminal in your family or in your midst, them you have to rally to. But if you don't want them, you stay far from them. So the roots of Dons and era leader in Jamaica, the first known Dons were Rastafarians. Men like George Feathermap Spence. Then they have a ballad brother in here, Clifton Blake, infamously known as Burry Boy. A mass murderer from my very community of Jonestown, Kingston 12. Both men are from Jonestown. My parents know them. These men were not just local criminals. They were political enforcers who carry out atrocities with impunity. Michael Manley during his tenure as Prime Minister. Yeah man, Michael Manley did the unthinkable. He put these killers on a pedestal. He celebrated and revered them on political campaign stages, portraying them as heroes. Their so-called heroic title and monikers bestowed upon them by Michael Manley himself were earned through the blood of hundreds of Jamaicans, especially in the Kingston metropolitan area. I have family who partake in it too. Some of them went down to Payne Avenue and killed over 70 Jamaica Labour Party supporters that were living in a Payne Avenue. I don't support the killing of anyone. I don't care who's the guy or who's the girl. That's why I'm totally different. I am not here looking views. Most people up on YouTube but hustle. I am not here to hustle. I'm here to educate my people, for you to think. These men were responsible for carrying out violent acts in the name of the PMP LGBTQ plus criminal organization. Reign of terror was supported and protected by elements within the Jamaica Constabulary Force. I will tell you that I have seen for myself, witness 2 police officers, Police Barrington Hamilton and Police Big Youth, issuing M16 rifles and 9mm pistols at the corner of Price Street and Love Street, right beside Jonestown Primary. As a little boy, when I tell my parents and other members of my family, I was told to keep my mouth shut and never to repeat it. I have seen it more than once. Reason why is not even when I was a police officer, I have ever shared that experience with some police officer, or just a few I told. Those who I have confidence in and those who I have known pretty well, especially. I call most of you, if you on the channel, you know which policeman I am telling you about. He hates criminal just as much as I do. I will work together for decades. I have shared the same information too with other members of my team that I used to work with. One member of that team is dead. I have shared it even with Lennox Lewis' cousin too. He was a police officer. Yes, that's a boxer. I told him about it. I didn't keep it as any secret when I was a police officer. I told him. So this is how the phenomenon of dance and era leader began in Jamaica. It was not an organic occurrence, but a deliberate creation, birthed from political expediency and nurtured by systemic corruption. The glorification of these men signal a dangerous shift in Jamaican society, a normalization of violence and a cultural acceptance of criminality as a means to an end. Whether or not you want to believe it, Federmap father was an inspector of police, him in charge of first aid. How Fim son become a criminal? Because I have a criminal mind, and because he make money from killing Jamaican people, big bike. A personal perspective living among legends of crime. As someone who grew up in Jonestown, Kingston 12 during this era, I have a unique perspective on these events. I was surrounded by the very individuals who became the first dons of Jamaica. My parents, who raised me in this community, born and raised, recounted story of how these men rose to power and how the community was both terrorized and manipulated by their actions. The stories of Federmap and Bory Boy are not just legends. They are a grim reminder of how a nation moral fabric can be eroded by actions of its leaders. These men were not heroes, they were killers. Yet, they were celebrated as symbols of resistance and strength, a narrative that was crafted and perpetuated by Michael Manley and his administration. Yeah, so the impact of Manley's decision reverberates to this day. The culture of criminality that he helped to normalize has grown exponentially. Today, Jamaica is plagued by gangs, dons and era leaders who wield immense power and influence. They continue to be glorified in music, media and even politics, perpetuating a cycle of violence and lawlessness. Look no further than the PMP LGBTQ plus criminal organization conference last year, where they showcase murderers, drug dealers, killers. You see them show you Courtney Stamatero Samuels, a man who went to prison in the United States of America. And what they have done, they have put these people on a pedestal and normalized them. This is a man who is a brain for the Klansman gang. This man played a role in the killing of Douglas Chambers, in which he was the logistic man responsible for the Rastaman, Andre Blackman Bryan, to evade prosecution when him reached to a small island and him trimming dreadlocks. Yes, you see Vibes Cartel, a man who's a known killer, responsible for killing over 100 Jamaicans, and we have started a series on him and we have done so many videos on him. We have even learned even earlier, since we started the series, that Vibes Cartel let them kill 3 young men in a Waterford because the owner of the liquor company was having an intimate relationship with his baby mother, Tanisha Johnson, aka Shorty. He killed the workers, them come and send a message to the owner, say, "Me want you stop ram my baby mother." No, him have a white woman, not a white woman, an Arab woman, who is a mule. Yeah, so we talk about that at some other time. So as we tell you, said today Jamaica is plagued by gangs, done and era leaders. They continue to be glorifying music, media, and even politics, perpetuating a cycle of violence and lawlessness. So you see Isaac Buchanan, them put him out on a pedestal too. Isaac Buchanan, a twice convicted drug dealer in a 2025. A criminal around to be a lawmaker. Me never see nowhere in the world where this happen, where you have criminal. Don't tell me about America, for them think different. Yes, I just saw it go on them thing there, you understand? People with no conscience, I just saw it work. So we are talking about Jamaica, we don't want to be like nobody. So the legacy has left an indelible mark on Jamaica, turning communities like Jonestown, Kingston 12 and Concrete Jungle into battlegrounds where the innocent suffer and the guilty are celebrated. The partnership between politics and criminality, first forged in the 1970s, remain one of the greatest challenges facing the nation. To address this issue, we must first confront the truths about our history. We cannot glorify individuals who have destroyed lives and community and violated other people's human rights whilst they want theirs to be protected. It is time to reject the narrative that celebrates killers and instead honor those who strive for peace, justice and progress. The solution lies in dismantling the structures that allow criminality to thrive, holding leaders accountable and fostering a culture that values integrity over violence. Only then can we begin to heal the wounds inflicted on Jamaica and create a future where communities like Jonestown, Kingston 12, Concrete Jungle are known for resilience and unity, not for the criminals they produce, like chinks. Till they say only thing the PNP know for create is criminals. I talk all well, give me the book and not the gun. The pervasive influence of dons and era leaders in Jamaica has entrenched a cycle of violence, corruption, and oppression in communities across the country. So we are going to tell you the solution to eradicate dons and era leaders, restoring power to the people. The goldfish them gone a long time because they're not interested in learning. TikTok, 15-second attention span. So to dismantle the stronghold and restore power to the people, we must address the root causes of their influence. Chief among them, the manipulation of the democratic process. Here is a comprehensive, actionable solution to eliminate dons and era leaders. Yes, you're not going to see this nowhere else or hear this anywhere else. We are telling you, because we just tell you things. We are telling you about, anytime you have a problem, cause and effect, you have to have you understand, cause and effect. So we are telling you how to fix all the government, all the political machine in Jamaica can fix it. And surprisingly, just listen, because we are telling you, we know who's responsible for the criminality in Jamaica and where it starts, where the baby born, Jonestown, Kingston 12. Jonestown is a zinc fence community, We are telling you that Jonestown was a middle class community. The police used to live there, nurse. You see about a policeman, when me and him used to work at Hornspear, named Ironside. Yeah. Then the man they are PMP to the core, I tell you, him did all charge to do things for the PMP LGBTQ plus criminal organization. Yeah man, his name McCain. You understand? He never call me by my name. Every time he see me, he call me Jungle. Because the man used to live in my yard as a little youth I grew up. As a policeman in a Jonestown. I see him PMP after a while. No police could live in a Jonestown and I say a criminal like Mooney. Mooney was the only police who live in a Jonestown. I don't know and guess what? Yeah, well, police who come from a country where they live there after I joined the police force. You have a guy where he used to be a St. Andrews out and come from country. I call out him full name still, and he used to live there and him say him good. Nobody never him have a girlfriend on them. I don't know how some man do it, You come from your country and them thing there, and him used to work at South too, and brother near Romeo Allen. I'm a virgin still, But boy, I don't know how me ask him how him do it, because I am from there, born and raised there. And from I left there and joined the police force, never been back there, I never sleep there, whether there or a Concrete Jungle. Me, no sir. But don't know them people, it is them impart a culture if you eat police and every labor right. I mean a police, so I never take no chance. I visit there like in a day. And if you listen to one of the story that I told you about, I used to me and him growing in Ratcliffe Road. He was one of Jamaica's most wanted men. And one Friday when I went there, so you'd have to search that video. So, you understand? So to dismantle the stronghold and restore power to the people, we must address the root causes of their influence. Chief among them, the manipulation of the democratic process. So here's a comprehensive, actionable solution to eliminate dance and era leaders once and for all, returning their authority to law-abiding citizens and their elected representatives. At the heart of this proposal is the implementation of mandatory voting for every Jamaican citizen aged 18 and older. By making voting not just a right but a legal obligation, we can eliminate the reliance on dons and era leaders who currently act as enforcers for political parties during elections. So here's how this law would work and its impact. 1. Mandatory participation in democracy. Yes, mandatory participation in democracy. Every Jamaican citizen who has reached the age of 18 would be legally required to cast their votes in elections. Failure to do so would result in criminal charges, a hefty fine, or other penalties. This ensures the voice of every eligible Jamaican is heard, reducing the disproportionate influence of a few individuals who intimidate or manipulate voters. So if you don't vote, you'll get a charge and then you'll get a hefty fine. You'll end up with criminal record. We'll force you, take you off of your lazy ass to make your vote and take away the power from it done. You tired of it done or you don't want it done, this is what we are doing. Because Dan can't come tell you now, so you have to go vote. This is mandatory. This is a holiday. Everybody have to vote. 2. Accountability and compliance. To ensure compliance, the Electoral Office of Jamaica would be empowered to track voter participation. Citizens would need to provide proof of voting, and penalties for non-compliance would include a significant fine to deter deliberate abstention. Mandatory community service are legal repercussion for repeat offenders. 3. Reduction in Dan and era leader influence. Under the current system, Dans and era leader act as political middlemen, coercing or incentivizing residents to vote for specific candidates or parties. And by doing this, we are taking away the vote buying, what the PNP criminal organization implemented in Jamaica. This is how we are doing. Take away the vote buying, where people get paid for vote. You buy them vote, you give them $5,000, and them vote for you. And then after that, for 5 years, them suffer. Because them sit down out there look for you, combine them. That mindset take away. So I want you to take away that. So you're taking away the buy vote and the done. Let's see if the PNP LGBTQ plus criminal organization would go along with the Jamaica Labour Party if they enact such law. With mandatory voting, their role in amassing votes become redundant, as every citizen would be required to participate regardless of external pressure. This removes their primary source of power and diminishes their ability to manipulate election outcomes. So the days where the PNP LGBTQ plus a buy vote, like how them girl, my cousin, $10,000 figure the national arena, my family them, and then they reach them, stick them up and say, give me this and take it back. I'm hungry nearly kill them because they don't have no money and everything there. And people from the country, and we give them give them a piece of bull and all them thing there. Hungry to kill them and then have a bus save it back. And you can't left because it's mandatory when you live in a PNP community if you go a national arena and the party half conference. I never been there. And nobody in my family, but you have to connected to get them kind of excuse there not to attend. Otherwise, you have to leave. You have to move out of your community. I saw them do it, may I tell you. 4. Reclaiming political representation. The influence of Dans thrive on the disengagement and apathy of ordinary citizens. The PNP is good for that. When voter turnout is high and consistent, it ensures the political representatives are chosen based on genuine support from the electorate, not through intimidation or backroom deals and criminal elements. So those are you who support the PNP LGBTQ plus criminal and say, oh, I don't like Thickman, you know. bonfire upon Timon, you know. And boom bye bye upon Timon. But yet, are you silent on it? No. And yeah, a big belly white guy from England come and tell us, hey, guy, open up your body and take it like a woman. And don't say nothing. And you say, yeah, yes, daddy. Your big belly white daddy tell you that. But before that, your bonfire, yeah, man, all Sizzler, Capleton. When I talk about the fake, all of them are fake rasta. You understand? And the guy will say, boom, bye, bye. All of them silent. Shaggy silent. You know, if you ask, you know, so the Rear Admiral Beanie Man. Vibes Cartel, we don't know so Vibes Cartel or Rear Admiral. We are the first YouTuber to tell the world. Some are Rear Admiral, because I will tell you already, you know. I know who you know, you know, who know you. Because we have our cousin who was close to Vibes Cartel. Political agreement, a test of integrity. We know that the PNP LGBTQ cluster now have none of that. But you still have to try. For this law to be enacted, it would require bipartisan support from both major political parties, the Jamaica Labour Party and the People's National Party. While the GLP may be open to such reform, it is unlikely that the PNP, referred to by yours truly as the PNP LGBTQ plus criminal organization, would support this law. The reason is simple. Dons and area leaders have historically been the cornerstone of the PNP LGBTQ plus political machinery, helping to secure votes through coercion and control. And I tell you that now. From we are 6, we're up on the voters list. As 18, somebody we are 18. Then just want you know your date of birth, and then them add, them give you back, you know, add you to it. You hear Vibes Cartel say from the 9, him vote for PNP. So sure you say, I can't tell you anything about what happened in the Labour them community, you know. That's why the PNP them 8 voter ID. Because they have to cheat for win. And them now on a policy, the only thing they know for do is create criminal like chinks. Give me the book and not the gun. So this opposition would expose the PNP unwillingness to break ties with criminal elements and put the interests of the people above their own. It would also serve as a rallying point for citizens who are tired of the pervasive corruption and criminality enabled by political complicity. So we are telling about the implementation steps. 1. Legislation. Draft and pass a law mandating voting for all citizens age 18 and older. This law should include clear penalties for non-compliance and provide mechanism to ensure accessibility, such as extended voting hours, online voting options, or mobile polling station for remote communities. Well, hey, look here, we're not going to support them thing about the online voting and all of these things, and people in the diaspora. No, if you're in the diaspora and want to vote, you go back home. You register and vote there. You're not set up nothing in America or England or Canada, anywhere for people to consider to go vote. You want to vote, you got to register for vote and you live in Jamaica. So it go. I don't live there, so you're not supposed to have the right to vote there. You're not supposed to have because you're not paying no tax, you don't live there. 2. Civic education. Launch a nationwide campaign to educate the citizens about the importance of voting and their new legal obligations. Emphasize how this reform will empower communities, reduce the influence of dons, and restore democracy. So you make the people them know, say, well, the government them support them, have them scholars in them. Well, you know, say PNP them have them the amount of scholars them have. For them scholars them become scholars. Dumb reds. They never have any solution to anything. All them do is a chat and empower criminality in Jamaica. None of them in a PNP contribute to betterment of the Jamaican people. All them do is contribute to criminality. So 3, strengthening the electoral integrity. The EOJ must be equipped with resources to monitor elections, track voter participation, and investigate any attempts to undermine the process. This includes collaborating with law enforcement to ensure that voters can cast their ballots free from intimidation. 4. targeted communities intervention. Address the socio-economic condition that allow dance to thrive. This includes investing in education, job creation, and social programs to create and provide alternatives to criminality. Strengthening local law enforcement and community policing to dismantle criminal network. That's going to be a hard thing for do. But the only way you can reduce the power of the done at all, make voting mandatory, and by doing that, you reduce the power of the done and vote buying. Mandatory voting is just the first step in dismantling the grip of dons and era leaders and Jamaica communities. By taking this bold approach, we disrupt the cycle of voter intimidation and manipulation, empower citizens to take control of their political future, ensure political parties to break their ties with criminal elements, and prioritize the well-being of our nation. Guess what? You know, I get that from a baby chump, Gummy Bear Golden, because we're seeing him marching with a known murderer, Danville Palmer. If it was Andrew Wallace that was marching with this known murderer, every day TVJ and CVM would remind you, and even some of your YouTubers, but we are the only YouTuber who show you that. So this man, I embrace criminality. That's why Peter Bunting Golden is out there campaigning against the police officers and campaigning for murderers. Because you know that these men are there in this community to impose them political will on the people. So them use violence by killing residents who not preach the tell them alignment to their political parties. And these men go around and kill people. And when police go and kill them, the CMP come out and ball. Up to now you don't see one Jamaica Labour Party official come out and condemn the police them for kill Thickman. But you see Peter Bunting Golden come out and condemn the police them for kill a man who killed 9 people in a central village. And then they point finger upon an innocent policeman because he hate the policeman and attack say policeman never charge a murder. If the man are doing job, why you want to be charged a murder? Because you're a criminal. So I can't like you and like the PMP LGBTQ plus criminal organization. I only destroy my country and destroy my people's mind. But only never get forget mine. Man, I come talk about how you get to it. Me never know say me never know say me in a cage. Me can't think. So if all of the thousands of people who come from Jonestown and Concrete Jungle, why it seems like me are the only one who can't think? Are those who can't think them afraid to talk? Me not afraid. Me not afraid of no guy. Me not talk like a big belly guy when I've been there and done that. I have been there and done that. And umpteen occasion. Them the guy they never face a barrel or gun point at them and have to take evasive action. So a guy who can talk through my politician and can get people to kill other people, like Danville Palmer. And for Ed, you understand? We soon tell how them kill Tyson. We must think they are nice people them. So this solution requires courage, commitment, and the willingness to confront entrenched systems of corruption, while resistance from some quarters, especially the PMP, LGBTQ plus criminal organizations, is expected. This reform is necessary to chart a new course for Jamaica. One where the communities are free from the influence of dons and power truly rests with the people. It's time to take this decision and decisive step and reclaim our democracy. This is the way we are going to eliminate the dons and the vote buying. So let's see if the powers that be listen to yours truly. We don't want to talk, but we have solutions to the problems. Have yourself a beautiful day. Jamaica Young Police Channel. Out.